Hello. Hi. How is everyone? Hi. Everyone good? Everybody. It's good to see you again. I'm studying right now, but let me join y'all while I study. Hi, Jan. How are you doing today? I'm doing pretty good. You had a weird dream. What kind of weird dream? What kind of weird dream? Mashi is my bias. Aw, Mashi. Yep, we're going to read MASHIHO today with ASAHI. I'm working while listening to you. Awesome. Well, thanks for tuning in. We're going to wait a couple minutes and see who else comes in the live stream. Just 1 second, guys. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Okay, so I think I am good to go. I think I'm good. All right, cool. Let's see. Finally, I'm not late. Happy because today is my mom's last COVID duty. Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad to hear about that. Nakaget over ka na ba sa mga updates ni Hyunsuk? Well, now that you bring it back up, no. I was okay. I was chill. I meditated. I zoned out. I got in my zen. And then prepared for my Mashio Asahi reading. And then you brought it back up. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I mean, how can I get over Hyunsuk? I have a question, but not about treasure. Are you excited to see Minnow on Show Me the Money 10? Hell yeah, I am. I am so excited to see Minnow on Show Me the Money 10. I will be supporting him. I will be watching that once that drops. I dreamt about... Jaden says, I dreamt that Jay had gave Asahi this big gift wrapped in a big white box, and then my mind shifted to Hunsuk. Suddenly I heard bells and sea creatures' wail sounds, and it jolted me to wake up. Interesting. 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 Yeah. I will think on that later. Hansuk's spoiling us. Yeah, he is definitely spoiling us. I don't know why. How did we end up deserving all of that love from Hyunsuk? Just kidding. Tuha, Chris. Tuha. Okay, so I think we can start. This is a good amount of people to start with. So, welcome, guys. Obviously, you can tell with the title, we are reading Mashio and Asahi today. Finally, this was supposed to be a reading over a week ago, but it didn't happen. It got postponed and delayed the last time because we were dealing with a full moon, so it kind of distracted the energy. So yeah, we had to postpone it, and this was like the next date available for me to do it. So yeah. On that note, thank you to the payer of this reading. I do appreciate it. After this reading, after I finish Masho and Asahi's reading, we have completed all of the Asahi dynamics. Isn't that wild? How did we get that far? That's crazy. And on that note, I do want to express my gratitude for every single one of you, whether you have opened a funding, whether you booked an entire reading with me, whether you have chipped in and contributed, whether you're just viewing, a lot, all of that goes a long way. So thank you guys so much for helping me out and supporting me in this sense. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for enjoying my content, but also trusting my services. So thank you. I really do appreciate it. Okay. So we're going to start. We are going to start now. I have meditated on the energy already. And let's see. I would say that MASHIHO and ASAHI's energies are pretty good today. First time joining a tarot reading live. Well, welcome. If it's your first time, welcome. Yay, will you do a quick summary on Asahi's dynamic like a completed course? Completed course? That's actually a good idea. That maybe. Depending on how I feel after this reading, maybe. I'll think about how I can summarize Asahi as someone to be of dynamic. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, let's start. Like I said, their energy is pretty good, so that's a good sign. And obviously, I will check the energy with the cards first before we actually proceed. But I'm pretty sure we're good to go. I know, right? Completed course. Yeah, that's funny. On another note, by the way, Lisa from Blackpink is fully funded now. So I will be reading her on August 10th, in August 10th, 2 p.m. Korea time. So those that are interested in Blackpink's Lisa, I will be finally giving her a solo reading, and we will check her energy and we will see what's in store for Lisa in the future. So yeah, if you guys are fans of Lisa and are curious, do stay in tune for that. For those that missed out, the treasure unit, which is Jaehyuk, Asahi, Jongwoo, and Haruto, is also completely funded. So we will also be reading that unit pretty soon, which will be, well, not pretty soon. That's actually in a month. I will be reading them in September because that's the only next available slot I have to do for them. So yeah, September 12th. Okay. So look forward to that unit. And there are other readings being funded right now. Let me just briefly read them out to you who is currently being funded. So just today, someone opened a funding for me to read Junkyu and Noah. For those that are not familiar with who Noah is, Noah was a YGX trainee, and apparently he was actually Junkyu's like really good friend and co-trainee. So yeah, I will be reading those two. Someone was very interested in Noah Q. So yeah, if you are familiar with Noah and Junkyu's dynamic, we will tap into their energy once that is funded. We also have Doyoung and Hyunsuk's dynamic at 56%. Jaehyuk and Yoshi's dynamic is at 70%. Doyoung and Mashiho is at 37%. Icons Junit and Hanbin is at 10%. We have Blackpink at 24%. YG New Girl Group at 10%. Going forward, we have GD and Taeyang from Big Bang. That's 22%. We have a Taeyang solo reading being funded at 30%. Jihoon and Jonghwan, 22%. We have our Iksan Maknaes, which is at 22 as well. Yoshi and Haruto at 5%. And then we also have two more units being funded, which is the Treasure Maknae line. Treasure Maknae line is only at 11%. And the last treasure unit is the Brave Brothers, which is Hyunsuk, Jaehyuk, Jihoon, and Junkyu at 6%. So, yeah, just had to read that down. We haven't done many Jonghwan ones. No, Jonghwan is the least booked. Jonghwan is the least booked. Like if I look at it and if I look at my tracker, he has the most empty ones. Yeah. He has the most empty ones right now. So I guess not that much are really curious, I really want to complete Dosak funding and start Dohwan funding, but I don't have a PayPal. PayPal is very easy to open. PayPal is very easy to open. All you have to do is open an account and then link your bank card or your bank account and you're good. Set to go. Anyways, let's start since I have this ready to go. Okay, I wasn't really, I was just shuffling. It's cool. Okay, so let us begin. Anyways, hi, my name is Jan. Welcome to the Blue Moon Lounge. I am a tarot reader. I have been doing this for 17 years now. And on that note, just watch this live stream tarot reading with a grain of salt, because nothing I ever say today is really 100% definite, factual, or fixated. Nothing is set in stone because the universe is always working, energy is always changing, and people like MASHIHO and ASAHI obviously still have that free will of choice to make their future. So again, nothing set in stone. All right, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Yeah. As we watch this, or as you watch this reading, and I, proceed, just again, enjoy the reading for what it is. Use your own intuition, your own discernment, right? I do have personal readings open up until October. So if you guys want a personal reading with me, it'd be my honor to give you a reading. Go ahead and check it on my website in the description box below. Oh my God, Jan, how do you manage dealing with all of that amount of energy for all those readings? I'm just used to it. And that's just live streams like every day. So say I have a live stream every day, but I also have I do average 2 to 3 personal readings every day as well. On top of that, I do my actual job. 2 jobs actually. 2 jobs and such. And then I still have YouTube. How do I don't know. I don't know how to tell you how I manage it. I just it is what it is. Hi, Jan. Can I ask, if you're using a set of cards, will you be having a different vision or interpretation? Not necessarily. They will all give me basically the same meaning, obviously, but it does have its own personality. So the tone of the message will change. Visions will be visions. My visions are not from the cards. My visions are from spirit. So it's different. Interpretation is still on my own. Interpretation is depicted on the tone of every deck. So again, this deck that I'm using right now is the Mystic Mondays. They're much more forward and blunt. So they're going to pretty much just tell me how it is, straightforward. So it just really depends. But it doesn't change my visions. And all my visions and downloads are from spirit, not from the cards. Okay? Do you have Hermione's clock to control time? That's one of my favorite things. I actually have it. I mean, it's not real, but I bought it when I went to Universal Studios a long time ago. I bought it back in 2013. They were selling it and I needed to have it because it was my favorite thing from the Harry Potter series. So I have it. Doesn't work. It's just for decoration, of course. I hope that you were taking care of your health and happiness too, along with them, Ate. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So on that note, let's get into it. I'm going to check on the energy right now. How is MASHIHO doing today? Oof. MASHIHO today. Look, Aries. He is an Aries. All right. We have the Emperor card. He's just actually, this is kind of like Hyunsuk's the other day, but the Emperor, he's just nah, I'm leave me alone right now. I kind of, not in a negative way, it's just much more focused today. To add, we also have the King of Pentacles. So the Emperor and the King of Pentacles, this is Earth energy. King of Pentacles is Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So whatever kind of energy here, these two together is just about really being firm, really being strict, and just saying, you know what, I'm too focused right now. Don't bug me right now. I got ish to do, kind of thing. All right. I just have a dumb question I want to ask on Twitter. Can a soul gauge regress? Yes, they can. They can. It's rare, but they can. I'll talk about that another time, but they can. Good question, but yes, they can. I know someone actually who regressed twice. Regressed twice. Okay, so let's check on Asahi. How is Asahi doing? How is Asahi doing today? Asahi, your energy is like refusing my cards right now. What's up? Is Asahi good? You felt okay earlier. Asahi, are you okay? Asahi, how is Asahi doing? Oop. Oh no. Flip the card. Huh. Okay. And then? Interesting. Okay, well, he's pretty good, but somewhat, how do I say this? So when MASHIHO had the Emperor card, it's like, leave me alone, I'm focused right now. That's like very vocal of him. Like that's how it, like, loud and energetic it says, or it says from him. Asahi, we have the Queen of Swords, which is somewhat similar, but we have him like just really quiet about it. Like if you go to MASHIHO instead and you want to quote unquote bug him, he will tell you up front, right? He'll tell you up front. He's like, hey, I'm doing something. Like go, leave, shoo. But then if you go to Asahi, for example, we have the Hermit. He's just gonna kind of like look at you and you're like, all right, fine. You want to be alone. I'll let you do your thing. I'm out, kind of thing. So Asahi is much more quiet. We have this through the Hermit card and then the Queen of Swords. So far, I mean, they're not negative energy, at least. They're just really focused on certain things right now, so it's pretty good. So yeah, we could still proceed with this reading. Asahi's Yamateo. True. Okay, so on that note, let's use my standard dynamic flow of questions that I normally do for dynamic readings. Okay, cards, you good? Do you not want to be used today? I thought you earlier you wanted to. Maybe I should switch the deck. Are you good, cards? Deck, are you good today? Oh. Well. Okay. My deck wants to be put away suddenly. All right. Rest up. Okay. I'm going to switch this deck then. Wants to rest. Huh. All right. No worries. That's the first. That's a first in front of you guys, at least. This happens, but that's a first. I'll let you rest there. Let's see. Aura. Ah. Okay. Let's use you. You can rest then. Okay. 1 second, guys. Sorry for the delay. My deck wanted to chill. How about you? What's hold on. Okay. Can we read with you today? Can we read with you today? Dope. Okay, you're good. Cool. Thank you. All right. So, continuing forward, what is the initial energy of this dynamic between MASHIHO and ASAHI? What is the initial energy between MASHIHO and ASAHI? Please, thank you. It probably felt Mashi and Asahi's passive chaotic energy and it was too much. Maybe. Perhaps. I do have some moody decks, so it happens. All right. Let's see. Mashio and Asahi's dynamic. At the beginning, look. Beautiful, awesome card to have in the beginning. This is a understanding right away. This is comforting already right away. This card talks about just kind of clicking well instantaneously in terms of your initial meeting with a particular someone. So it just felt right. There's no hesitation there. There's no questions asked. There's just, yeah. It's like, oh, cool. I like your energy. I like how you are, and I think we could get along kind of feeling. We also have the Page of Cups. So a really nice friendship already started to bloom between the two when they first met. I'm going to have the assumption is because they are both fire signs, right? So Mashio is an Aries stellium at that. And then we have Asahi as a Leo. So there is like a synchronicity here in terms like astrologically. Looking at these two cards, it actually, you know what's interesting? It looks like their icebreaker was about family. Their icebreaker was about family and also expectations. I'm hearing they had a conversation about expectations within the family. Granted, I know that Asahi has siblings, and Mashio is an only child. However, there's a similarity here. There is a similarity here between the two of them in spite of that when it comes to family. So this was like an instant icebreaker between the two. So it just kind of felt proper. It melded in pretty quickly, comfortably, and such. So, yeah, let's see. Yep. So we also have the 3 of coins. This is the teamwork card. This is about working with your peers well, speaking and communicating with your peers well. So yeah, the two had a pretty instant connection here, which is nice. Maybe they have similar upbringing. Yeah, I think they do, honestly. I think they do. Not that they have like similar structures of the family, but again, it's the upbringing or like the morals or the pressures of their family is very similar. So, okay. Now, moving on forward, what was Mashio's individual energy at the time? What was Mashio's individual energy at the time? And the fact that they are both Japanese. Yeah. Okay. What was Mashio's individual energy at the time? Nice. So we have the Age of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, you guys might know more than I do. I'm pretty sure you do. Mashio is the one that's been like, he's like the one of the longest running trainees, right? In YG Japan, right? So Queen of Pentacles is the, how do I say this? It's like the comforting motherly card, and it's due from experience. It's like, let me take care of you, let me comfort you because I know around the ropes. Right? I know around the ropes, I know how this works, and since you're new here and I've been here longer, let me just help you out. Yes, Keita and Mashio. That's what I thought. That's what I remember. Okay, thank you. Okay. So, yeah, so Queen of Pentacles makes him like obligated to take care of others. It's just kind of part of his nature. I mean, he even does that today. But again, back in the beginning, he already had a lot of experience before. And so his individual energy was very nurturing. And we also have the Ace of Cups. So this is like a standard balance here. Balance between attending to your needs, like in career wise and whatever, but also having that divide of taking care of others. So he knew how to balance taking care of others and at the same time, simultaneously. So, yeah, okay, that's pretty good. And then on Asahi's end, okay, Asahi's end. Asahi's end was, yeah, here we go. We have the 10 of Cups in reverse. So normally this would be like the happiest card on the minor arcana, but this is in reverse. So I'm feeling the intimidation that Asahi has had. I remember, if I recall correctly, Asahi has mentioned that he was, you know, kind of intimidated by being a trainee to be an idol. Like, it's what he really wanted to do, but the process of being a trainee did kind of intimidate him. And then he also had to like separate from his family and what his comfort zone is, at the very least, because Mashio is from Tokyo. YG Japan is in Tokyo, but Asahi had to move, right? He had to dorm in Tokyo, leaving out of Osaka. So yeah, there was like a discomfort here from Asahi, but he knew what he had to do because he's trying to make this an upright feeling, right? So he knew what his goals were, but he knew that there had to be work done. So yeah, that's so soft. See, I love this. I love this. I love this for Mashi and Asahi. They do have it. You know, the thing is, we don't see Mashio and Asahi a lot, but I could really tell that Mashio and Asahi have a really good balance with each other. I think very similar to Hyunsuk and Junkyu. They have that like silent, friendship. Like, they don't have to say much to explain or to prove that they're close. I think it's the same thing with Mashio and Asahi. Just by the cards that I'm seeing so far, there is already like a history there, and it just kind of built. And I think that's also from the nature of Mashio as well. Mashio, he's pretty upfront with you, like if he needs to say anything, but Mashio is much more of an action speaks louder than words kind of thing, and so is Asahi. That's pretty much what I've noticed so far from the two of them. So, hi Mizuki. Oh, you're not too late. You're okay. Mashi and Asahi are always in the corner somewhere. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. We just started. Okay, so let's ask now, what is Mashio's dynamic? What is Mashio's contribution to this dynamic? What is Mashio's contribution to this dynamic? With Asahi, please. What is Mashio's contribution to this dynamic with Asahi, please? Thank you. I love it. Look at that. Oh, man. This is going to make me want to see more Mashio and Asahi now, because I do love me a really good Aries and Leo dynamic. I really do. So Mashio's contribution is the star. We have the star. This is Aquarius energy. This, normally, while this means a lot of hope, a lot of light, yes, this is implied, but from Mashio in particular, this actually talks about openness. What I mean by openness. So, like I said, with the silence between the two of them, and it's like action speaks louder than words. I feel like from Mashio's end, it's just kind of like, it's kind of like doing things without letting you know, because it's just that kind of secretness. I don't really know how to explain it. It's like taking out, like doing an errand without Asahi having to ask it, or the same thing, vice versa. It's like, let me just do this for you. I know you didn't ask to do it, or I knew you didn't ask for me to do this for you, but I'm going to do it anyway. It's that kind of level of comfort when the star comes in. And then we also have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is about doing things in silence, right? Doing things in silence. So this is about clarifying what I was just feeling earlier, and in particular from Mashi and Asahi. But it looks like it is definitely much more on Mashiho's end. He'll just do it for you. He'll do things for you to help you out. And when it comes to Asahi, there is a protectiveness. Queen of Swords is, how do I explain this? It could mean boundaries, but in this context, Mashiho is silently protective over Asahi. He may not show it too much, but he will do it like off cam or behind closed doors. He'll just kind of live on, and then he'll like leave little trails that he does care. That's why I said he'll do a lot of things without Asahi's knowledge, and it's just like, oh, okay. And have you noticed, because I've noticed this, I just never really talked about it too much. I've noticed that out of everyone that I've seen Mashiho with, he's actually really like the softest and the most careful when it comes to Asahi. Is that just me? Because that's what I've noticed before. And I noticed this during their, 3-Minute Treasure, when they were both recording in Asahi's room. This was like in the old dorm. I forgot the name of the song. But Mashiho has this, again, I think he likes to put himself in eye level in terms of like hierarchy when it comes to Asahi. Mashi always says he's Asahi's mom, even in Treasure World Fantasy. Yeah, during that. Fantasy, yes. They were recording Fantasy, but during that time, I always noticed, like, he does take good care of everybody, but I've noticed when it comes to Asahi, there's, like, he lowers his hierarchy when it comes to him. There's a huge understanding here. Okay, let me see with Asahi real quick. What is Asahi's contribution to this dynamic? What is Asahi's contribution to this dynamic with Mashiho? Wait, what? Okay, look at that. I love it. For real. So we have the sun. Surprise, surprise, we have the Leo card, a Leo card. Okay, so we have the sun. This is Asahi. So I love it, actually. Look at this. The star and the sun. If you think about this, right? If you think about this, the sun is a star. The sun is a star. It's just closer, right? It's just closer to us in our world, right? In this context, right? If we're making this comparison between Asahi and Mashiho, Mashiho helps in little ways. Mashiho helps in smaller, subtle ways. Asahi helps in bigger, brighter, louder ways. Make sense? There's a difference here, right? Similar, but different. So in this end, we also have, I don't want to add too much science into it, but when the energy of both radiate together, excuse me, it is actually essential for making a very comforting environment or a hostile environment. So the Four of Wands came back out again. This talks about, like I said, security, stability, and whatnot. So while this comes out of Asahi's end, this is also implied with the the Eight of Cups. Normally, Eight of Cups would talk about abandonment or leaving or debating whether to leave or stay. So his contribution is that Asahi helps out Mashio in ways that Mashio deserves. Excuse me. Why is it that I'm talking about Asahi and my throat chakra just suddenly started pulsating? Excuse me. Anyways, Mashio sacrifices a lot for the group. Asahi silently observes. So he steps in and helps out Mashio. And then it's a lot of fun too. He does it in a fun way, especially with that sun card. And then the Ace of Wands. So he brings in a lot of liveliness too. And so there's creative energy from Asahi. It's loud. It could be random. It could be, sporadically like wild or crazy. But that's like the charm of him being a Leo. Leo cards are normally like this. Excuse me. What is going on, Asahi? Why are you blocking my throat chakra? Are you okay? Excuse me. I need water. Interesting. I apologize, guys. I apologize. All right, moving on forward. Anything else I need to know about the contributions? Anything else about this contribution between the two? Asahi, sit down. I know. I'm like, what's going on? I never had this problem with you before. Oh. Aw. You kidding me right now? So just in general, before I continue to the next question, I just asked, is there anything else I need to know between these two? As far as their dynamic goes, we have the Two of Cups. So like I said, they just kind of get each other. This is like looking at each other eye to eye and just understanding. And this is exactly why I said this dynamic doesn't need a lot of words. It doesn't. And maybe this is also why my throat chakra is like a little blocked, because there isn't that much words. I'm like, Asahi, Mashio, I know you're close, but use your words, please. Use your words. Practice your throat chakra. But yeah, this is a synchronicity between the two of them. And then bottom of the deck is another Leo card, which is the Strength. But as it's Strength, this gives them like that comfortability that, they hype each other up, or they help each other up. They uplift each other. Okay, so that's as far as this dynamic goes. Pretty deep in my opinion. So, okay. Ooh. Moving on. Now, let me shuffle this. Let's ask some overall advice for this dynamic to grow closer. What is the overall advice for them to grow closer? Remember, I said the throat chakra is like a little because they don't use their words too much. Look, be bold and make the first move. What is with these two? Just speak. I need to check, actually. Let me double check. What is their Mercury? I need to see their Mercury sign. Don't remember what it is. I think Asahi has a Virgo Mercury, or was it Cancer? I don't remember. I go. Mashio is, of course. Okay. Damn. Mashio really has a lot of fire. Yeah. So Asahi does have a Virgo Mercury. And then Mashio hasn't. Oh, Mashio is a Pisces Mercury. Huh. Very interesting. Okay. You know what it is? Okay, it's not in their nature to be this quiet. It's not. I'm going to justify that now. Maybe more Mashio to be quiet. Asahi, Asahi has like the right time and place for when he speaks. However, Mashio is the one. So it's maybe it's not Asahi's energy that I'm picking up on that's blocking my throat chakra. It's probably Mashio's, because most Pisces Mercuries have a hard time to really voice out their feelings or their opinions, and all of that fire, especially in these placements, it's all internal. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. And they are soul connection too, by the way. Yeah, they are, but that doesn't have anything to do with why the throat chakra is like blocking right now. Anyways, yeah, that's another topic. You don't need to bring that one up. That has nothing to do with it. So anyways, okay, interesting. Mashio can't even defend himself in a mafia game. Good point. I shouldn't be laughing, but that's a very good point. It's a very good example. Okay. In most birthday V lives, these two are always quietly interacting in subtle and funny ways. Yeah, that's a very, yeah, it's true. It's very true. You know what it is, though? See, the thing is, because it's, let me just say this right now, because Asahi has a Virgo Mercury and Mashio has a Pisces Mercury. Pisces and Virgo are sister signs. Pisces and Virgo are sister signs. So you know what it is? I think those two, their conversations are like alone, like maybe in the maybe in on online chat or whatever they use, Kakao, whatever they use, it's just to themselves only, and their conversations are only between the two of them. That's how I normally see it, because Pisces and Virgo, those sister signs, have a way about their own isolation. They have a way of their own isolation, now that I think about it. So if in the case that they ever do communicate, it's really like subtle, but it's also really just to themselves. Kind of makes you wonder about Jihoon and Junkyu. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're not on that topic, right? we're on Mashio and Asahi, but okay. Mashio had a hard time because Jong believed Jaehyuk more. Yes, he did. Anyway, moving forward. All right. We're going to start with the questions now from our payer of this reading. So let's see what she got for us. What are some of the positive qualities that they appreciate and admire about each other? So let's start with Asahi this time, actually, since we've always been starting with Mashio. We'll start with Asahi this time. What are some of the positive qualities that he appreciates and admires about Mashio? What are some of the positive qualities that he appreciates, that Asahi appreciates about Mashio? Yes. I love it. Look, okay, so we have two threes. We have two threes right now. And first, we have the 3 of swords in reverse and the 3 of coins in reverse. Don't panic. These are actually pretty good cards, especially since they're reversed. This actually is saying from Asahi, he's like, I admire how Mashio can get work done with or without other people. I appreciate that Mashio doesn't need help. I appreciate that Mashio is super independent. Why do I say this? Because look, 3 of coins in reverse, 3 of coins upright is about working with other people in harmony, right? But it's in reverse. So this just means it's just like I work better alone a lot of the time. I am a team player, but if I could help it, I could get things done a lot better and top quality if I do it alone. Why does he go down that kind of mentality is because we also have the Three of Swords in reverse. Three of Swords in reverse just says, I like taking responsibility for everything, right? Three of Swords is like, if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. I don't want to ask people for help, and I also don't want to burden other people in that sense, because if I F up, at least, right, if I'm channeling Mashio right now, if I make a mistake, if I F up, at least I can take the full responsibility and it wouldn't project into anyone else. That's just how he sees things. He just gets ish done. At least he has full control of what's happening, what's in the destination, and then if the outcome doesn't, is at fault, then he could still take control of that. He could still hold himself accountable for that, right? So that's how he sees this. And Asahi really does appreciate that. He finds that very admirable. He's like, wow, this guy just gets it done, right? He doesn't even think twice. He'll just do it. You tell him what to do. You tell him to jump, and he'll say how high, and then he'll even extend your expectations. And he does that without like complaining, or he does that, without dragging other people around. So, true, he cooks alone, he cleans alone, and he even got the job done in the haunted. Yeah. Yep. So, this is a very big quality that Asahi appreciates from Mashio. And then we also have the King of Wands. So this just kind of amplifies this energy. The King of Wands is about being a leader, a passionate guy. Once you get Mashio going, you'll have a very hard time killing down his fire, right? The moment he is excited about anything, once he's like ready and pumped up, Mashio will be like, all right, let's freaking do this. And Asahi, he'll look from afar and he's like, oh wow, he's ready to go. And I tell you, it's because all of that fire placements from Mashio. He has so many Aries, and he even has Sagittarius. Yeah. Yes, and Mashi usually wins if the game doesn't need a teammate. Yeah, it's true. It's true. So, yeah, Asahi does appreciate that about Mashio. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else? Is there anything else that Asahi appreciates and admires about Mashi? Okay, yeah. So we have the Temperance, right? We have the Temperance upright. Temperance upright. Overall, if you look at this, Temperance is, again, how many times I have said that this card talks about balance in all areas of your life, right? If you're looking at, if you are like by yourself and you take a moment to reflect on what's going on in your life, Mashio is really good at organizing everything, even internally or externally. So internally, he's like, okay, I got my career pretty good right now. I'm busy, I'm productive. My room's clean, my family's okay. I do check up on them, whatnot. And like every little thing that's part of his life, he makes sure everything is in check. He makes sure everything is flowing well and balanced, right? Nothing else is neglected. There's not too much that's being focused on. And so Asahi, he knows this very well about him, and he admires that. He definitely admires how well-rounded Mashio is, whether it's in his career and his skills, and then now, just overall in life. Okay. Anything else before we move on? What else does Asahi? Nice. Okay, so we have the Page of Cups, right? The Hanged Man, and we have the 10 of Coins. How do I say this? Not to say that Mashio is not humble, because he is very humble. So to better word this, Asahi appreciates that Mashio is always striving for something bigger or for something more. Basically, he's never fully content in a healthy, balanced way. If he accomplishes a goal, he doesn't stop there. right? He'll be very humble. He'll be very grateful for like achievements that's like in front of him, which is great. But then he doesn't stop there. He's like, all right, cool. What are we doing next? What are we doing next? Exactly. He is a go-getter. And Asahi looks at it. He's like, damn, he really just is on the go, right? Mashio, it's like he'll always believe in the sense with these cards. It's like, I believe that there's always something more for us. We always have room and time to do better, to grow, to improve. So, and the healthy part of it is he doesn't forget where he comes from. He doesn't forget the smaller things that he already achieved. So that's why I say and highlight that he's not arrogant or he's not ungrateful. He's not humble. Like he is. He's very humble. Okay, he's very humble. So, all right. I need that mentality. Yeah. It's a good mentality. Okay. Now, what positive attributes does Mashio admire and appreciate on Asahi? So what positive attributes does Mashio appreciate about Asahi? Nope. Oh man. What the heck? What is this? Is this okay? What is okay. This is like, how do I say this? This is somewhat similar to how Hyunsuk looks at Asahi, but much more intense. It's much more intense. So Mashio appreciates or admires how like it's difficult to take Asahi down. It's really difficult to take Asahi down. If I am Mashio, as I channel his energy, I will look at Asahi and I'm like, man, you've been through some things. You've been through some things that maybe not a lot really know. And I'm thankful that you kind of let me know, or like you've trusted me to know and be aware. But you don't look like you've been phased. Make sense? So if I'm Mashio looking at Asahi, Asahi will never look like he's been phased. Never. He literally looks like he's had it well and he's like really strong and he's put together. And Mashio's just like, how are you this calm? After all of that, how are you still this calm? Or how are you still this stable? Or how are you still this resilient? Right? I say this with the intensity because we have the Tower card. I'm not going to dig. I'm not, because that's personal. But it does seem that Asahi does have an interesting past. I won't talk about it. I'm not going to dig into it. That's his business. The Tower card is from the universe. So the universe has been guiding Asahi in ways that's like hard to understand. Okay. So with that said, we have the Knight of Wands and then we have the Ace of Swords. Okay. This just talks about how he pushes through and he does it with a lot of tactic, a lot of careful thinking, a lot of care and concern and compassion, and a lot of drive. This is the Knight of Wands is talking about the energy that nothing can take him down. I saw he is like a bamboo, not because he's light and skinny, but because he's still standing after a lot of things happening to him. Yeah, exactly. So Again, I'm not digging into that. That's personal. That's his thing. But it looks to me Mashio is aware, obviously. And yeah, there's an interesting past here. There's an interesting past here, but Mashio has so much respect. He has so much respect towards Asahi because he never comes off as if he's been through a shit. Excuse my language, by the way. Excuse my language. Yeah, that's one. What else does Mashio admire about Asahi? That's a lot. That's a lot. What else does... Ooh. Okay. Hmm. All right. We love it here. This is... Okay. So one of the big things that Mashio also appreciates about Asahi is his ways of productivity. Mashio is also very productive, right? He's very productive, but it's in a practical way. Both of them are very productive, but like I said, Mashio does it practical, whereas Asahi does it creatively. We have the Seven of Cups, right? Seven of Cups. There's something that I remembered in one of the treasure map episodes. I think this was like their dorm tour. In Mashio's room, when he was trying to, share his room, he showed his working studio, right? And he said, "Oh, I'm supposed to be working on a lot of music, but I can't seem to do it, but I'm going to work hard on it anyway. I'm going to still try." So again, his productivity is much more practical. He can do anything else, but his productivity, because, no one's that perfect, right? Mashio can't be that perfect. So he does have a weak, quote unquote, a weakness there. So his weakness is his creativity part, right? He wants to be productive creatively, and it's not there. The creative side, the productive creative side is on Asahi's end. Asahi has created a lot. I say this with the Seven of Cups. He has so many ideas, so many productions, so many, interesting visions and vibes that that comes from him, because that's just how he feels. Like, his creative side makes him even more productive, and it goes in circles, right? It goes in circles. It's a beautiful cycle here, and it makes him happy. This is the Sun card back again. He's like, I am at my best when I'm productive in my creative end, or when I'm artistically creative, right? So Mashio looks at that. He's like, whoa, how are you able... how is that all coming from you, right? How is that all coming from you? And then we have the World card. This is the sense that Mashio truly believes Asahi's music, his talent, his artistry, his vision is meant to be spread, right? The world is about sharing. What's mine is not mine. Like, what's mine is not just mine. What's mine could be yours. I could be relatable to you. You could be relatable to me. So let me tell my story, right? So Mashio looks at Asahi and he's like, he's so good and he could touch people's hearts. I know it, right? There's this distinct feeling here and bond here with the Six of Cups coming in as well. So the Six of Cups is like, if you look at the image here, it's like, pretend that this one is Asahi. Asahi has something to offer, and Mashio is like, yeah, no, I love what he has to offer. Let me take that because I can relate. He is pretty much speaking for the people. He's like, Asahi, I'm so certain of this, but Asahi can touch lives. He can touch hearts. He can touch people's feelings because of his ideas and how productive he is with all these feelings, thoughts, visions, etc. So, amazing. Amazing. Okay. Okay, sorry. Just saw something. Okay. Moving on. It's meant for world stage. Yes, agree. Okay. Moving on forward to the next question. What is Mashio to Asahi or vice versa, and how do they hype or motivate each other? All right. What is Mashio to Asahi? What is Mashio to Asahi? Oh. Hmm. Hmm. You know what? I could see that. I could see that. Hmm. All right. Huh. Okay. So Mashio to Asahi is, how do I say this? It's like, I need a better word for this because that word won't do it justice. You know what? Let me use this deck first to amplify it. What is Mashio to Asahi? Yeah. 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 Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So sorry, I just had to really amplify or like really confirm my feelings here. So Mashio to Asahi is someone that can quote unquote hold his hand. Quote unquote hold his hand. We have the hanged man. Okay. The hanged man. And then we have the nine of swords in reverse. So in these with these two cards in context, this is like saying in amidst trouble, in amidst, turmoil and hardship and difficulty, I know that I can at least find comfort in Mashio. Mashio is willing to hold my hand or pull me out of anything that I may need help on. And the ironic part is, I'm getting goosebumps, honestly. The ironic part is this happened in their soul connection. So if you were around and you watched my live stream for the first treasure group reading, I'm getting goosebumps, man. So it's the same thing. It happened also in their previous lives, and it looks like this still happens in this lifetime as well. They kind of help each other out, and it's not as intense of being as a catalyst anymore, but it is kind of just like the comfort zone here. No. Mashi was not Asahi's guardian. Mashio was his catalyst. Like, not exactly the guardian, but he did help him out. Like, he took him in. The previous life, Mashio took him in, and they basically, Mashio helped Asahi kind of get grounded until he can get he can get himself settled before he can like be independent, right? So it's kind of the same energy in this lifetime now that I'm seeing it again. So yeah, and then we have this to clarify as growth. So to put it in simpler terms, a lot of people have always been saying that Mashio is Asahi's mom, and they say it themselves, but to put it more complex in a sense, catalyst from then, catalyst even now, it's someone that he can hold his hand with. Okay. All right. Moving on to the other spectrum. What is Asahi to Mashio? What is Asahi to Mashio? What is Asahi to Mashio? What is Asahi to Mashio, please? Fortitude. Yes, fortitude. Exactly. That's the best word. That's the best word. My heart. Same. Okay, what is Asahi to Mashio? Thank you. There it is. There it is. Mashio really is the one that's kind of blocking my throat chakra. So, in this case that I'm seeing right now, Asahi Asahi is Mashio's voice. I mean, you could even look at that way in like looking at it productive wise, like with their career and making music. Asahi's already guiding Mashio how to sing, so that's one way to look at it. But if we're going in a deeper level, we were talking about how Mashio may have struggles to quote unquote talk about his feelings or to speak on anything he's thinking about, or just to speak or defend himself in general. Asahi will speak for him if he thinks it's necessary. He will speak for him. He will speak for him if it's necessary, because we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So Ace of Cups is always about like self-love, right? Being honest with your feelings and speaking on it because of the Queen of Cups, but this is also in reverse. So Asahi really steps up. If he can see Mashio kind of struggling, Asahi will be like, what Mashio meant. So if I'm Asahi and he's observing Mashio trying to defend himself, he'd be like, what I think Mashio's trying to say, and then he'll kind of continue it on for him. Because there's a lot of sensitivity here. We also have the Fool card and the Chariot card in reverse. Mashi feels very deeply, and somehow his feelings can get ahead of him before he can really process how to say it, right? He has an Aries moon. So if you kind of think on that, Mashio is like, if you've noticed, Mashio will really try to think, and it's not just because of the language barrier. It's not just because of the language barrier, right? You think of how Mashio tries to communicate, and when he gets like super upset or super excited and happy, he gets really frantic and it gets ahead of him. So sometimes he'll even stutter, whether it's in Japanese or Korean. And so Asahi is very reserved with his words, and he can actually be eloquent and help him with his words. So this is why I say that Asahi is his voice. Asahi is his voice. I just remembered, if Asahi was not a mafia on that mafia game, I think he will defend Mashi to put J-Hip down. Yeah, I agree. I agree. So, yeah. So Asahi, interestingly enough, the Empress, even though Mashio is like the quote unquote mother, Asahi still has his motherly tendencies to Mashio. Let me check this again. I need to double check something real quick. Excuse me. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yep, that's right. So Mashio's, I forgot about that. Mashio's rising as a Capricorn. That's right. Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Just needed to check that. Just needed to check that. When Hyunsuk is mom, Jihoon is appa, Mashi is auntie. Yeah, I can kind of agree with that. Okay. Now, let's move on. Let's move forward. How do they navigate with each other's limitations? I like that question. How do they navigate with each other's limitations? Without pulling a card, I can already have a vision of them navigating around each other's limitations by giving each other space. Okay. Um I think how many times it's like I got the Queen of Swords like 3 times already throughout this reading. So there's a lot of understanding and boundaries between the two of them. It's like, hey, do you need time alone? I'll leave you alone. And that's either or. It could work on Mashiho's end, it could work on Asahi's end, but there's a lot of room here to give each other space to breathe, because I mean, it's kind of what their energy is even today, like literally right now. But like I said, the two of them have that. And not to mention, they both are soul age 4. So a lot of soul age 4 likes their solitude. They like feeling isolated. A lot of soul age 4s like, getting it together by themselves. So if you look at Asahi, he does his thing on his own. If you look at Mashiho, he does his thing on his own, but they do it differently. And I think they have that understanding of each other. All right, how many times am I going to see the Sun card today? A lot? Okay. How do they navigate around each other's limitations? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Like I said. Boundaries. Limitations backed up with the boundaries. We have the Death card, right? The Death card is upright, and this is about giving yourself time to do what needs to be done. So if I'm, for example, is Asahi and I need time to process things, if I'm going through something and I need to process a chapter that I'm transitioning into, then I need room. I need my alone time to really think things through. So this is for both of them. Okay, the Death card allows them to have separation because they just need it. That's just their natural coping mechanism. We have this with the Strength card. They are stronger when things get done on their own. So this is a Death card again. Okay. Now I have the Sun card come out for like the 5th time now. So Leo energy, they navigate around each other's limitations by feeling each other's feelings. So they can read a room, right? They're both really good at reading a room. Asahi will come in, he'll look at Treasure, and he'll be like, yeah, looks like everyone's pretty chill today, and he can maneuver himself around them, right? It's the same thing for Mashiho. Mashiho can walk in the room and he can read a room, and honestly, that's a skill. Some people don't know how to read a room. They'll go in and they're just like they're not having the right time and place to act. Like literally read a room, you're acting like a whole clown, but you're not going to see that with Mashiho and Asahi, especially within each other. All right, what's up? Yeah. Okay, sorry, Jason was asking me something. Next, all right, I think you guys will like this question. So, well, Payer, if you're watching this right now, oh man, my knowledge of my library in my head, the library in my head of anime is not that diverse. I haven't watched anime in a long time, so forgive me. Okay, my guides will only know the anime that I know. You know what I mean? My knowledge is their knowledge is my knowledge. Make sense? So that's for any reader that or people that are trying to get into reading. Okay. So the question is, what anime characters do you think best matches Mashiho and then Asahi's personalities and traits? Cute question, but my knowledge, I'm really gonna expose my age by saying what anime characters I believe that they are. Now, I'm gonna pull a card and see. I'm gonna pull a card and see. Let's start with, who am I gonna start with? Let me anime character. Let's start with Asahi. Let's start with Asahi. My knowledge of anime, my library in my head is not that diverse. Okay, I haven't watched anime in some years, so I forgive me if I say a character that you may not know. You're just gonna have to look it up and watch it yourself. All right, so what anime character do you think best matches Asahi's character? Anime character. The way you're gonna make me watch anime. See, when this happens, I am gonna want to watch more anime again. The way. All right. I got someone. It just flashed in my head. I hope some of you at least know. I hope some of you would at least know this character. But there is this character from, I don't know if have any of you ever watched Magic Kyun? I don't know if I'm even saying that right. Magic Kyun Renaissance. There is a character there, and his name is Teika. His name is Teika. What's his last name? That's gonna bug me. Teika Ichijoji? Something like that. I am gonna associate Asahi as Teika from Magic Kyun Renaissance. Why? Why? Because similarly, I think Teika and Asahi have this, like, how do you say this? Like a history that's not on the surface, never really spoken. They're both pretty blunt and up forward, only when needed, because they're both, like, what's the term for it? Stoic, right? They act cool or whatnot. It's almost like a tsundere thing. They act really cool, but underneath all of that, there's like this feeling of something much more bigger, something much more deeper. And so I'm going to associate Asahi with Teika. If you don't know Magic Kyun Renaissance, highly recommend it. It's actually a pretty good show. Yeah, Teika Ichijoji. Yeah. If you know that show, kudos. At least we have that black hair, red. Yes, the guy with black hair, red eyes. Yeah, exactly. Black hair, red eyes. Sound okay? I guess everyone's on my page right now. You guys are. You can see it. Cool. I'm not tripping. Okay. I know a little anime. I know a little anime, okay? For Mashio, let's see what Mashio. Ooh. What about Mashio? Mashi, what would be a good character, anime character that best describes Seven of Wands? Okay. What's his name? Oh, I saw the image. What's his name? Frick, what's his name? Sorry, that's gonna bug me. Let me look it up real quick. Okay, I don't know. Forgive me again if you don't know this character. But there's a show called Claymore. If you know Claymore, again, kudos to you. If you know Claymore, I appreciate you even more. But there is a character in Claymore called Raki, Raki, and that's Mashio. Why? That hardworking resilientness, the drive, the passion, I would say fits very well to Mashio, and you could put him through a lot of BS because Rocky went through a lot of BS. You know, he has an interesting history as well, but there's something enthusiastic about Rocky's character, and he is also very trusting. He's also very considerate of other people. It's the same thing with Mashio. So if you know Claymore, Rocky is the. He's also small. That's true. Damn it. We were not trying to go there, but yes, it's because he's also small. But okay, yeah, Rocky from Claymore. So, if you don't know Claymore, if you don't know Magic King Renaissance, those are my two anime that I recommend if you want to get to know Mashiho and Asahi. Oh my god, the way you brought up my cartoonist side. Isn't Rocky a good cook? Oh, he is. You're right. Rocky is also a good cook. My cards know. My cards know. I told you, my cards go in the library of my own head. So yes, you're right. Rocky is a good cook. I do remember that. I think you know more than some of us. Oh, well, I don't know. Some people some people kind of get on me about my knowledge of anime. Okay, let's move forward. Thank you for that really cute question, by the way. I just felt really tested with that. I just felt really tested. Okay, next we have what's the next question? Okay, so has Mashio and or Asahi ever thought about higher education? Are they pursuing any college degree or do they want to? Okay, excuse me. So higher education for Mashio and Asahi. Let's check. For Mashio, does Mashio want? I don't remember. Did I ask this question already in the solo readings before? Can't remember, but we'll ask again. Does Mashio want to go to college or pursue higher education? Does Mashio want to pursue higher education? Yes, he does. It hasn't happened yet, but he wants to. So we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So in general, he wants to, but it's not happening yet. So let's see. Yeah. 8 of Cups in reverse. So this is just kind of saying that it's not the right time, or he feels like it's not the right time. But once it is possible, or once he feels like it's doable, then he does want to go into it. So yeah, Mashio does want to. Right now, he just feels like it's not the right time with these two cards. How about Asahi? Does Asahi want to do higher education, college? I love Asahi so much. Why is he like this? Oh no. I'm dead. Asahi wants to. We have the Queen of Coins. He says eventually he wants to, but realistically speaking, as of now in this current energy, we have the 3 of Swords and the 8 of Swords. He's not confident. He's like, I want to, but I feel like I'm not going to do well in college. Why is he like this? Okay, the 8 of Swords and the 3 of Swords. It's just him feeling like, I don't know, I do want it. That'd be awesome to go to college and have, a degree in something. But I feel like the process of being in college and studying again and just doing all that I don't know if I'll do well. Yeah. He wants to though. He does want to, but currently he's like, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's so cute. I freaking love him. Felt. That was me before I went to college. I was like, oh God, I know I want to do this, but at the same time, will I even do well? Right? So he wants to, just not confident in it yet. Okay, moving on to the next question. All right. What is their love language within each other? What is their love language between each other? Okay. What is their love language between each other? Let's start with, not yet. Let's start with Mashio. What is Mashio's love language with Asahi? Acts of service. Just acts of service. So we have the 3 of Wands, the 8 of Coins, the Page of Coins. It's all acts of service. You won't see him doing physical touch too much with him. You won't see him doing like speaking too much, but you will see him a lot of like acts of service and maybe a little bit of quality time, but more acts of service for sure. Okay. Now, Asahi. How about Asahi? Asahi, what is Asahi's love language towards Mashio? Something we already, see, oh, interesting. That, trying to think. Help me. Maybe I just don't remember. Have we ever seen Asahi like physical touch with Mashio? I don't remember. Anyways, it says one of it is. We have the Lover's card, so this is implied with the physical touch, but then we also have the Hermit. The Hermit is words of affirmation. And then we also have Judgment, which is actually like gifts. Okay. Asahi put his foot under Mashi in the Star Golden episode. Wait, what? I don't remember that. Probably off cam. Yeah, probably off cam, but all right. Okay, Asahi. So there's more affection from Asahi. He put his legs in Mashi's back. I don't remember that. Don't remember that at all. I'm going to have to look at that later. When Ruto was giving Mashi. Oh, you're right. How did I forget that? Oh, that's right. You're right. Yes, now I remember. When they were chilling in the room and they're on the floor. Yeah, okay. I remember now. That's right. How did I forget about that? Thank you. Thank you for that. Gotcha. Okay. So there's more affection coming from Asahi. There's physical touch from the Lover's card, words of affirmation from the Hermit, but also, gifts and somewhat like service as well from the Judgment card. Okay. Cool. That's awesome. Love it. Actually, I shouldn't be surprised because between an Aries and a Leo's definitely much more giving. That's just how I see it, though. Okay. I can't believe I forgot that moment. Is this the last question from her? Yes, last question from our pair. What kind of legacy does Mashio and Asahi want to leave as part of Treasure? Ah, what kind of legacy does Mashio and Asahi want to leave as part of Treasure and as an individual artist performer in the future? So let's divide that. Let's start with Asahi this time. What kind of legacy does he want to leave it? Part of Treasure. Okay. Jay is a Leo too, right? Yes. They're both Leos. Okay. For Asahi, what kind of legacy does he want to leave in terms of Treasure? Yeah. Okay, so he wants to be the kind of mark that Asahi wants to leave in Treasure is one, inspiration. Why can't I remember that? But yeah, so we have one is being an inspiration to his fellow members. He gets inspired by all of his members in general. So internally, he hopes that, let's say, he can do the same, whether it's like subtle or not or internal. He just kind of wants to leave a mark. He's like, well, I've always been inspired by my other members. I hope I can reciprocate the same amount of inspiration towards them. So I say this with the Four of Cups, okay? The Four of Cups. And then we have something a lot deeper. We have a Three of Swords in reverse. So Asahi has actually really found basically he's gotten a lot comfortable now with Treasure. Three of Swords in reverse is talking about healing. It talks about relatability and finding, one's path, empathic, but also sympathetic too. So Three of Swords in reverse is just like, I hope that my story, my vision, my energy can leave any kind of mark that could help them elevate themselves too in the future. We have the Ace of Cups, and like I said before, Ace of Cups is about self-love. So the Ace of Cups comes in and it's like, I hope if there are any other kind of member here that wants or needs any kind of help, I hope I can fill in those gaps. I hope I can fill in any kind of little voids that they have within themselves if they ever need to. In terms of career-wise, I see this also in an inspirational level, especially when it comes to his artistic side. It's like he's really good at making music, and he hopes that his artistry, his vision can also inspire them too, because he gets really inspired by their skills and their talent. So he hopes that in one way or another, whether it be big or small, he hopes he can be an inspiration to them artistically as well. Okay. As an individual, coming from, actually, before I go to the individual, what does Asahi want? What kind of impact does he want? What kind of impact does Asahi want Treasure to have or kind of adapt to? What kind of impact does Asahi want Treasure to live up to? There you go. What kind of, there we go. Yes. Same Asahi, same. All right. Sorry, I got too excited. Same in the industry, right? What does Asahi want for Treasure? What kind of image does he want for Treasure to live up to? He wants him and Treasure to be a group that has no frills, no BS, just authentic, raw, original concepts, music, sound, style, right? Nothing is manufactured from them. He wants a group. He wants him and his group to be as raw as possible. Okay. 7 of Swords in reverse. This talks about no BS. Okay. We have no frills. We have no one told us exactly how to do it. Like, we want to be into a level where we built ourselves as well. And he does, and not to mention, we have the 9 of Coins. So 9 of Coins is about independence. 9 of Coins is talking about independence and self-reliability, but I will also talk to you about its speed. So when I say that Asahi wants him and Treasure to be a group that is not, that is authentic, it doesn't matter how long it takes them. To him, it doesn't matter how long it will take them to get to that status or to that reputation or image. He really cares about them looking like a group that really knew what they were doing, and they built themselves from the bottom up, right? And they are a group that's building themselves from the bottom up. So he wants to stay in that, and it doesn't matter how long it will take them. He doesn't care about instant wins. He doesn't think about instant, fame and glory. He really just cares about the pure authenticity. Pure authenticity. Moving on to Asahi. No. Let's go with as an individual. So what kind of image does Asahi want as a soloist? What kind of impact or reputation does Asahi want to be as an individual artist or soloist? What kind of image or reputation does Asahi want to live up to as an individual artist or soloist? A healer, someone that gives a lot of inspiration, a lot of hope, a lot of like relatability, like I've been saying. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse too. So the 8 of Swords in reverse is like coming out of your own shell. If people listen to his music, if people look at his art, and somehow, some way, these people have ever felt hurt before, have ever felt like lost, confused, despair, he wants to be like a guide and light and inspiration that way. So he wants to be a healer. He wants to come out with his vision, his music, to touch lives, right? To touch people. I can respect that. Now, let's go back to MASHIHO. Mashi, what does Mashi want for the group? What kind of impact or what kind of reputation does Mashio want Treasure to live up to as a group? What kind? Okay, there we go. Really living? Okay, yeah, we know. How funny. Yeah, we know it. So, he touched my life already. That's so sweet. For Mashio, he wants Treasure. This really must be his Aries placements, but he deeply wishes Treasure to be a group that's untouchable. Don't we all? Don't we all? And I think they will. I genuinely still believe that. Even I've been saying that from the very beginning. I really think that Treasure, in due time, later on in the future, they're going to be a group that's untouchable. But Mashio wants this as well. So let's say we have the 8 of Swords, but we also have the 8 of Cups. Okay. 8 of Swords and 8 of Cups talks about a group that is stable for a long time, a group that stays together for a long time, but also a group that lives a legacy that's untouchable. They don't want to be the next Big Bang. They don't want to be the next BTS, okay? He wants Treasure to be the very first and the very last Treasure. Make sense? Right? He wants Treasure to live their own legacy, the untouchable. Treasure is Treasure, right? Big Bang paved their own way, BTS paved their own way, etc., etc., etc. All these other groups paved their own way. He wants Treasure to do the same thing. Okay? And they will. And they will. Now, another thing I do want to mention, right? I said the 8 of Cups and the 8 of Swords. So these are both 8s. 8 of Cups, 8 of Swords. 8, the number 8, is the number of abundance, blessings, gratitude, infinite abundance, a legacy. If that doesn't say that doesn't mean the universe is telling you, right? The universe is literally telling you with this question. We're giving you 8s. We're giving you a sign numerologically that they are bound to be abundant. They are bound to go far, infinitely. Okay? All those 8s, these 2 8s is about continuous blessing and abundance. So it's gonna happen. Lastly, here's another thing. 2 8s, right? Well, dun, da, 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 and you have another 8. 8 of coins. 888. If I say 2 8s is abundance, 3 8s is never ending. 3 8s is actually granted. If you get 2 8s, this means it's happening. 3 8s means it's already yours. You have 888. That's an angel number. 888. What in particular, though, does 8 of coins mean? 8 of coins means working. It means always improving. And I've been saying this on Mashiho's end, on energy. Mashio believes the mentality to always improve yourself. To always improve yourself. There's always room for growth. There's always room to leave a mark, an impact in anyone. It doesn't matter what time or how long it'll be. Okay? So like I said, you may have seen 2 8s. This means abundance is happening. 3 8s, though, it means it's already yours. All right? 3 8s is already yours. You are already blessed. And it will be granted before you know it, sooner than you know it. Excuse me. Okay. Now, let's ask, all right, what is Mashiho? What does Mashiho want for himself? What kind of image or reputation does he want for himself as an individual or soloist? Oh, baby. Okay, so Mashiho, interesting. Interesting. His energy hasn't thought about it yet. So, to the pair, Mashiho hasn't thought about it yet. He has been set. His mind is very structured. So, because maybe he is just in this time, he's only been focused about being part of Treasure or being in Treasure. There's no lingering thought yet about him being a soloist or imagining himself being a soloist or being an individual artist. So it's not entirely implied yet. His energy, if it were in the case, he's not confident in it yet. So his energy is really focused on just Treasure. I have the 5 of Cups, so this talks about him, much more, I guess, because the 5 of Cups is like perfectionist card. Not, he wants to make sure that everything, is solid and kind of like all the loose ends are tied up. So he wants to make sure that Treasure is top notch before he really, even dares to think about being a soloist or having a solo, right? He's thinking about, well, maybe I want to, but right now I feel like comfortable with just focusing on what's important, which is me and the group. For Mashio, to him, it's like, it's not about me right now, it's about the group. Okay. So the High Priestess in reverse is also something like, again, just kind of letting things happen and fall into place. The High Priestess in reverse is like, I haven't thought about it yet because it just doesn't feel like it's time. He wants to achieve this goal for treasure before having a goal for himself. Yes, exactly. Exactly. So he hasn't really thought of it. He hasn't really thought about it. Okay. So, Pear, thank you for your questions. That was the last of it. So, I have a little bit of time before I go into predictions. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm done with all your questions, Pear. So, I have a little bit of time. Let's have you guys send me in some of your questions. I'll take like a couple before I go into predictions. I have a little time. So if you are curious about Mashio or Asahi or the two together, please let me know. I'll take a couple and then we'll go into predictions. What kind of impact do they have in the group? What kind of impact does Mashio and Asahi have in the group? Okay. What kind of impact does Mashio and Asahi have in the group? Well, let's talk about them being Soul Age 4s. 4 is one of the earlier mediators of the Soul Age range. So they're both, in their special way, glue to this group. I mentioned this about Doyoung as well, but to be very particular, Asahi and Mashio's dynamic really is about being a glue because they both care deeply enough, but the two express it from polar ends, opposite ends. Excuse me. Okay, so treasure. That's funny. Yeah, treasure. I see this with the 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands, it could be like an accumulation of a lot of turmoil coming up from like from some BS and whatnot. But Asahi and Mashio's dynamic is a pure example. It's a pure example of finding gold in trash. You know what I mean? The resilience of it. It's like your trash is like my gold, and I can like whatever doubts you've had in me, like if I'm Mashio or Asahi, whatever doubts you have in me, I can kind of prove myself without having to try so hard. Okay. Now, what do K-Nets think of this duo? Not sure about that one. Is there anything they want to say to each other that they can't say in person? I might do that one since Mashio's throat chakra. Maybe. Does Mashio want to pursue more in art since it's his hobby? What kind of... let me see. Okay, fine. We will do what they want to say to each other, but can't or haven't. Let's ask that then, because I'm seeing that more often. Let's see. What do they want to say to? Let's start with Mashio, since Mashi's throat chakra is the one that's What does Mashio want to say to Asahi but can't? Wow. Huh. Wait, I'm soft. I'm soft for Mashi. What the heck? I didn't expect this. Oh no. Okay. Okay, so for Mashio, let me channel it. Why am I feeling this way? This is a weird feeling. I don't think I don't think I've ever felt this way for Machio. Have I? You know what? No, I have. I have once. I have once when I think it was Treasure Studio and he was talking about Kotetsu. Anyway, besides the point. Okay. So what Mashio wants to tell Asahi or wishes he could properly tell Asahi, but he hasn't or couldn't, is Mashio is a lot clingier to Asahi than he allows himself to be. Mashio has a lot of Aries pride, so he kind of just moves forward and just distracts himself with responsibilities. He doesn't like being too vulnerable. He doesn't like really being super soft. He gets overwhelmed with his own emotions. But deep down, especially when it comes to Asahi, let me show you right now. Let me show you right now. The Hierophant in reverse. This is Taurus energy. This is a lot of gratitude from Mashio saying, Asahi, if I am Mashio, it's like, Asahi, I honestly don't know what I'd do without you. Yeah, I like to act as if I got everything in control. I have everything under control. However, if I imagine like you not being here, it would feel wrong. It would feel really incomplete because I actually do rely on your presence a lot. I may not ask you for much. I may not ask you to do a lot. I may not even talk to you as much as I want, but I at least appreciate your presence around. So I feel really, it's like I feel comfort that you're just here. I feel comfort that you're just here, even though I don't say it. Eight of Cups is the one that's saying about, Asahi being there or not. It's saying, I can't imagine you not being here, especially with the journey that we've been through. So I'm glad that you're here. And with the Fool card in reverse, the Fool card in reverse is saying, I have my tendencies where I get a little reckless. I know I act like I have it all together. But again, for me, I feel like a lot of times you have your ways to ground me and humble me too. So, precious. Jan Jonghwan is seen at YG Entertainment. Yay, that's good. I'm glad. I guess he's doing well now. Oh boy. So, Mashi, very soft. He's clingier deep inside, but he's not touchy or verbal. Yeah, exactly. So, what about Asahi? What does Asahi want to say? What does Asahi want to say to Mashio but couldn't or hasn't? Has Mashi ever said I love you back? He always says thank you. Yeah, and I have never seen him say I love you back to a member. If I have, maybe I have, but I don't remember who it was. I don't remember who it was. Oh. Oh. Okay, Asahi. Asahi is also very grateful. There's a lot of gratitude here, but in particular from his energy, this is him thankful to Mashio about about kind of like the thing of like holding your hand type deal. So thank you for pulling me out of uncertain times, right? Thank you for pulling me out of uncertain times with the Page of Swords upright, okay, and the Temperance, but then the Devil here. So it's like, thank you for pulling me out of my own darkness sometimes. Thank you for a lot of like the reality check that I may need to hear from time to time. But also thank you for understanding my weird antics. Sometimes I feel like I have my moments where I don't really fit in, but as I get closer to everyone, from the very beginning, you were one of the ones that just understood, right? As due time, gradually he got more and more comfortable within the group, but Mashio is the one that never changed. Mashio was already like the OG, one of the OGs that understands Asahi. So the Page of Swords, the Page of Swords with the Temperance, this is just, again, like I said, that Mashio, Asahi thanks Mashio for stepping it up for him when he needs to. Then to add, we have the Five of Wands in reverse in the bottom of the deck. So Asahi has a lot of tendencies to be stuck in his own head, but again, Mashio will pull him out of it. So thank you for holding my hand in times of need for me, right? For me to get out of my own head, my own darkness. I think it was I think it was Asahi's first birthday V-Live when he said, I love you to Mashi. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't remember. I do not remember that. I don't remember that. So, yeah. Let's see. Any other questions? Let's see. Let me scroll back up. Does Mashio want to pursue more in art since it's his hobby? Let's see. He does. Oh, he does. Mashi wants to. Ooh, Six of Swords, bottom of the deck. Six of Wands, upright. He wants to. So, in terms of like his art, because it's his hobby, he does like doing it. And he has imagined doing like much more serious pieces. In fact, it looks to me he is working on serious pieces. Ooh. We also have the Temperance card, which is Sagittarius energy. So he feels at ease or he feels at comfort when it comes to art. So if I'm looking at these two cards, this is, yeah, it's talking to me. It's saying he is working actually on significantly bigger pieces of art. And he's taking his sweet time, as he should. As he should. Some heavy pieces, some personal, intimate pieces, you can take as much time as you want. And yeah, he does want to pursue. So Six of Swords in the bottom is about moving forward in art as that context. But then we also have Six of Wands. So Six of Wands is talking about being praised for it, being acknowledged for it, being credited for it. So he does. All right, cool. Let's see what else we got. Would they still want to be an idol if they haven't received the call back after YG Treasure Box? Okay, that'll be my last question from you guys, and then we'll go into predictions. Does Mashi and Asahi, would they still want to pursue being an idol if they never got the call back from YG? So let's start with Mashi. Oh, interesting. Yes. Yes, from Mashi. Page of Cups. This has always been his dream. This has always been he's always wanted this since he was really young. Pages about youth, the past also. So it's just something that he's always wanted for himself for a long time. The Hierophant is him. It's the pride here. The Hierophant talks about your belief system, your dreams, your morals, and it's been there. It's literally been there from the very beginning, and nothing about that was going to change anyway. So yes, Mashiho would still pursue being an idol even if he did not get YG Treasure Box. Cool. Now for Asahi. What about Asahi? Oh, interesting. Interesting. You see how the world works? You see how the universe works? No. Asahi I could still see him in music. I still see him in music. So, but he would not be an idol. He would not be an idol if he never got a call back from YG Treasure Box. So, kind of like what happened when he got eliminated, he was like, "Well, I'm still going to pursue music." But yeah, if he never got the call back from YG Treasure Box, the two of Pentacles in reverse, or two of Coins in reverse, says that he probably would have just left that path on its own already. He would have taken it as a sign that it's not meant for him. Asahi would have probably thought, oh, okay, well, I guess the idol life really isn't cut out for me. So he would have cut that out, but the music would still stay. So the 8 of Coins is here, and he would still work on it. He would, practice it. He would get better at it. So yeah, idol life, again, if he didn't get called back, he would have kind of quit it. Interesting. See how the universe works? All right. So we are done with those questions. I'm going to drink some water and take a little break, and we will do predictions. Sound good? Let's do an energy check. Are you guys okay? You guys are okay? I am going to rest a little bit because my throat chakra is bothering me. Good? Cool. Cool. We're going to get into predictions in a little bit. They spotted Donghwan and Doyoung in YGE. Yay! I'm so glad. I'm glad. I'm so happy. Oh, thank you, universe. Thank you for protecting them. Thank you, universe, I knew they would be okay, but thank you, universe. Really appreciate it. Protect the babies. He said he would still pursue music, but he never said as an idol. Yeah. I thought this question for Asahi was already answered in Q-Sahi reading. Well, you can't expect me to remember everything. You can't expect me to remember everything. And also, what have I been saying before is that energy always shifts. Remember? Energy is always shifting. So that answer could have been changed. So it doesn't matter if I asked it again or not. Okay. I think we're good. Let's start with the predictions, yeah? Who's ready for predictions? We ready? Okay. Yes, we're good. All right, so the fun part. I smell a V-Live later. Maybe, yeah, like, who said that? RC, it must be a J-Huck birthday V-Live. Yeah, maybe. I'll try to tune into it. So, everyone here for predictions. If you have made it to this part of the reading, welcome. Yeah, predictions. I will do some proper downloads and channel what we can see in the future. So we'll see. Again, take these predictions with a grain of salt, because like I always have to tell you, energy is always shifting, right? The energy is always shifting, and the universe is always working, and Mashiho and Asahi still have that free will of choice. So yeah, and if there is anything you want that I say that's a prediction and you really want it to happen or to manifest, please do not dwell on it. Don't talk about it. Don't speak on it too much. Just enjoy this reading for what it is. Let the universe work its magic. All right. So, prediction time. What can we see in the near future coming out of MASHIHO and ASAHI's energy? Thank you, dear universe. Thank you, and so it is. Thank you, and so it is. For MASHIHO and ASAHI, what? Huh? Wait just whoa. Wait just 1 second. Wait 1 minute before I say anything. Why is this here? Oh. Oh. You cards scare me sometimes. Really? 1 second. You cards were pulling a prank on me? What is this? What? Okay. All right. So, let's talk real quick. Let us talk real quick because an energy just shifted a little bit. Not too much. Okay, not too much. There is an energy shift that had happened. Okay, and this will kind of cause yet another delay. Yet another delay. So, comeback is happening. Comeback is happening. It will. That's the positive end, of course, right? Positive end. However, there might be a notice. Might. Please, okay, don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out about this. Just take it as it is. I need you guys to be mature about this. I need you to be mature about this. And again, this could change, right? Don't dwell on this, right? Comeback is going to happen regardless. There is a delay, though. Instead, we might get a notice. We might get a notice about a delay or about it getting pushed back. About it getting pushed back, okay? Do not blow up for a delay, though, because why? Why is because there is, quote unquote, they're being, I'm going to say this, they're being very careful with their timing here. Being very careful. What was that? Okay. They're being very careful with their time. They had a date. Okay. They had a date and they're like, this is a good date to make a comeback. Now they're second guessing it. Okay. Management is second guessing it. So they're like, actually, you know what? It'd be better if we do it this day instead of that day. You know what I mean? They're just being very cautious. Okay, so don't freak out. If big fat if, please, okay? Like I said, this may or may not happen. Okay, this may or may not happen. So if we get a notice, they will explain that it might get a little pushback, or we might get a notice of what YG Entertainment plans to do, like a YG Entertainment schedule, like an official one. Okay, so yeah, that might happen. And then, like I said, another reason why something is kind of being properly planned out, I'm not going to talk about too much detail, but there is something going on in not just Treasure, but in Teen Treasure as well. So it looks like there's like, you know what it is? Freaking, let me pull a card. I knew it. 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 So something is happening within Treasure and Team Treasure because this freaking COVID, sorry, this freaking COVID, it looks like people are being affected by COVID. It's not just what happened with Doyoung. It's not just what happened with Jonghwan. It looks like there are other people who may have gotten sick or have gotten affected, right? It looks like it's like staff as well. So what's happening is they're regrouping. It's regrouping. I'll tell you why. We have the Tower card. The Tower card came in and it's just kind of out of their control. Okay, that's out of their control. And then we also have 10 of Wands. So 10 of Wands normally would talk about like a lot on their plate, but the 10 of Wands and came in terms of health wise because of the Page of Cups in reverse. So this is about health right now. So something had happened, and while it's scary and sad, this is just kind of the universe making the kids, so in a positive end, everyone's going to be fine, right? In the positive, everyone's going to be fine. This is the universe's way of slowing them down. You know what I mean? For example, we just finished Treasure Map. That's a lot of work. That was already a lot of content. It's time for them to take it down a little bit before they can rise up again, right? Let them actually have a proper break, right? If they're going to work, fine, that's fine. They can work, but not too hectic. So what I'm seeing here in the spread is just to chill a little bit, slow down, hold your horses. We also have, so again, more positive end. I was like, what the heck is going on? But don't worry, okay? This is all meant for a positive thing, okay? So abundance is coming, all right? Abundance is coming. It's just in the right time. Okay, now, another thing I do want to mention in this is that this notice, if, right? Big fat if, we have within the next few weeks. Okay. Within the next few weeks, we might hear about either that notice or, again, if it changes, if the energy shifts, then we might hear about a comeback. Maybe. We're going to hear something from YG Entertainment within the next few weeks. So don't worry too much. Don't worry too much. It's just the universe's way. This is just the universe's way. Okay. That was a lot. Moving on. Yes. Yes. Let's just pray for Treasure and Team Treasure safety. All right. Let's move on. Is there anything else we can see coming from MASHIHO and ASAHI's energy? Ooh. Hey, let's go, Mashi. Okay, actually both of them. Is that fantasy? Is that fantasy? Is that the song? No, it's not fantasy. It's not fantasy. Okay. Well, it looks like one of these days we're gonna see MASHIHO and ASAHI spoil something. MASHIHO and ASAHI are going to spoil something one day. Don't know when. I really don't know when. But they're gonna play something. They're gonna play a snippet. And I can see that this is from the both of them, which is dope. It's kind of like what happened in that 3-minute treasure. So they might do that again. Asahi's gonna update. I don't know if it's in a way that Asahi's gonna update. Maybe it's like another 3-minute treasure. Maybe, I don't know. Or a TMI. I don't know. But yeah, there will be a spoiler coming from them. Oh, let's go. So I I like this. I like this a lot. I really like this a lot. We have Mashio. We have Asahi. And we have Hyunsuk. These three are going to come up with interesting content footage. I don't know if this is 3 Minute Treasure or fact check, whatever, but these three are going to have like a special segment show, whatever it is, and it's going to talk about their fashion sense and their fashion styles because they both significantly have different styles, but yet somewhat still similar. So these three people are gonna school you guys in fashion. Mashi, Hansuk, Asahi. Didn't expect to see Hansuk today. The fashionistas. Yes, the fashionistas. So there's three of them. They're literally standing in front and they're like, all right, this is a time to talk about fashion. Yeah. So I don't know what kind of show, but it might be somewhere on their YouTube. It might even be on Weverse. Who knows? Okay. Moving on. Something else. Hmm. What is this? Oh. What is this content I'm seeing? Sorry, I'm like enjoying my footage in my own like by myself. I'm sorry. I should be speaking to you. Sorry. I should It's like I had a show in my head all of a sudden. Um do you remember do you do you remember one of the downloads? I shouldn't be asking if you remember because I keep telling you to forget. But there is a download that I told you guys that they're going to be doing like a amazing race kind of style or a scavenger hunt, like a treasure hunt type of game footage. I said that they're going to do it, right? But what I just saw is it's that, but I just saw like almost like a war, like a physical battle, not a physical battle, not like a fight, but just kind of like getting aggressive with each other. So it was Mashio. I don't know who was paired with who. I can't tell who was paired with who. But Mashio, I saw Mashio, I saw Asahi, I even saw Hyunsuk, but I also saw Jihoon and I saw Yedam. I can't tell the others. But I saw those members and they were getting aggressive, and it's really funny because I hear Mashio going at it. I just saw Mashio just getting all aggressive and upset and just wild. And I saw Hyunsuk trying to hold back Mashio. I literally saw Hyunsuk trying to hold back Mashio, and Hyunsuk's like worried because I can't. And then I saw. Oh man, I just wish I could explain this better, but I just saw Jihoon, Yedam, Mashio, Asahi, Hyunsuk. Yeah, those five. There's just a lot of go. Ooh. You just list all the competitive members minus Asahi for real. It's true. I just see Mashio really upset. I don't know who he's upset at though. I don't know who he's like frustrated at. But yeah, there's something that's gonna go on between those five. Or maybe more. I don't know. But yeah. It might be Jihoon, to be honest. It might be. How'd Asahi get there though? Like I said, he might be paired with one of them. He might be paired with one of them. Okay, next. Anything else? What is this? I swear, the universe keeps on giving. The universe keeps on giving. Okay. I love it. Did the universe hear me? Thank you. Thank you so much. All right. Everyone, I think J-Hook manifested this. So J-Hook said this in the cafe one. He says, "Let's do it again, but let's do a restaurant." We're gonna get Treasure running a restaurant, and the fans are also gonna still be involved. And what's funny is, you know what's funny? I'm so sorry, Mashi. But Mashio is gonna hate everything. Mashio is gonna hate it because you know why? He loves cooking, right? But they're gonna make Mashio handle everything because he's the best one at cooking. Stop laughing. So I just saw like very quick snippets of little bits and pieces here. I literally just saw. So I saw the restaurant. It I saw the restaurant. It actually kind of looks like it almost somewhat looks like the kimbap place that Jaehyuk, Jihoon, and Junkyu worked at, part-timed at. However, I even though they have their own little restaurant like that, it's funny because I see I see Mashio like really bossing it up. Okay, Mashio is gonna boss it up. Hansuk, Hansuk, he will literally. I just saw Hansuk and kind of like on his knees in front of I can't. I saw Hansuk on his knees in front of Mashio, and he's saying sorry. Why am I channel? No. I need this to happen. Machi's own hell kitchen. Yeah, for real. Oh my god. I'm dead. Like, Mashio, wow. I wish I could just plug my brain into a TV and just show you right now. I literally wish I could just I could just plug my brain and show it to you. I just see Mashio just bossing it up, and then Hyunsuk is just like he's like trying his best to keep up, and he's like basically like the sous chef. So he's the one that's like helping Mashio, and he's telling the other members like, all right, keep it up, Mashi's on her. And then Asahi, it's funny because I see Asahi Asahi is actually the one that's like the server. He's just like, I don't want to deal with the kitchen. Like, Asahi's like, I rather be with the customers than being in the kitchen right now. Oh God. Oh Lord. That was a good download. I will manifest for this. Really bad. Oh man, that was good. I love these. Thank you, universe. Yeah. Oh man. The way Jae-hyuk's like, yeah, let's do it again, but let's do a restaurant. And Hyunsuk knew. Hyunsuk is literally the one that said words have power. Hyunsuk is literally the one that said words have power. That's why he was shutting up Jae-hyuk. I'm out. Yeah, Asahi's gonna be like, no thank you, and leaves the kitchen. All right, is there anything else? Okay. Oh no. Oh no. Why? Jason? No, 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 no. Can I genuinely ask you again? How do you feel about how do you genuinely feel about era? Like, did you like that for Treasure? Genuinely. Did you like the era for Treasure? Just curious real quick. Just curious. Good. You don't like it. I was stressed. Okay. 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 Cool. It's like half and half. Okay. Yes, but it wasn't my favorite. Okay. All right. Well, for those that were stressed out about it, for those that were stressed out about it, be stressed again. Be stressed again because they're gonna come out. I don't think this is the next comeback. I just see this maybe in another era in their career, but they're gonna come out with like another concept of that again, and it's gonna come out stronger. And not gonna lie, it's gonna come out pretty. Let me just say, you guys should really continue praying that they close the gyms. That's it. I'm just gonna say it that way. For those that really have been trying to tell YG Entertainment to close their gyms for Treasure, to ban Treasure from the gym, keep praying because you better keep praying because this concept, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. You better keep praying that they close the gym soon. June manifested it for sure. Yeah, probably. This era is coming already. Yeah, this era is gonna come pretty soon. Not right away, but it will come. It will come. I'm personally stressed because I saw something that I shouldn't have seen. I Who remembers? Was it Jae-hyuk that told? Said it's always Jae-hyuk, isn't it? damn it, it's always Jaehyuk. So at the end of season 1 treasure map, I think it was Jaehyuk again. Jaehyuk says, "Oh, next time let's show our abs, or let's show Mashiho's abs." And Mashiho's like, "I'll save that for the stage." Remember that? Do you remember that? I remember that suddenly. Mashiho was like, "Oh, I'll just save that for the stage." So, on that note, Mashiho is somebody stop Jaehyuk. For real. Or was it? Okay. So, just on that note, Mashiho was not kidding. Mashiho was not kidding. It's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen on stage. Jaehyuk, please watch your mouth. It's gonna happen on stage. Mashi was serious. Mashi was serious. Oh no. Yeah. What happened to the kids I used to stand? They're growing up, my dear. Anything else in the future? Oh. Okay. Okay, Asahi. Asahi. Does anyone remember the other download that I had way back that I said Asahi will have like a special stage one day, and it's something that that was done before by other YG artists? I told you that GD has done this before, and so has CL. It's back. It's back. Okay. This opportunity is back here in my downloads. Asahi, though, there's a little extra added detail to this. So what's gonna happen is imagine imagine him on stage and he's performing, right? He's doing a performance. However, there's a special segment here. There's a special segment here where he grabs a camera. I guess like staff is gonna give him a camera. And this might be a concept of the performance, but staff is going to give him a camera, and on stage, Asahi is going to is going to hold that camera. He's going to focus it towards the audience. He's going to focus it towards the audience. And whoever like he focuses on in the audience, it's going to show on the screen on the stage. And then what's going to happen is whoever he focuses on is going to get a special gift, a special a special prize or a special gift or like a memorabilia or souvenir. So it's kind of like a mixture of GD and CL's thing on stage with a mix of what Icon did for my type. So Asahi is going to use a camera. Like I said, he's going to focus and he's going to pick a lucky. Is it in Korea? I think it's in Korea. It is in Korea because I saw everything like the captions of the footage and stuff. It's all in Korean. Okay. This will be a while, but it will happen. I mean, I've already had that download, 3 times now total, so I think it's really going to happen. Last, anything else? Ooh. Okay. So a group thing, even though this is MASHIHO and ASAHI's energy, but a group thing. Anyone want to get a signed t-shirt from Treasure? Every member, I can't believe they're going to be that kind of group. Every member of Treasure is going to wear a special t-shirt that's from this clothing brand, right? This high-end clothing brand. However, the one that they actually wore, they're going to sign it and it's going to be for a giveaway. Lord. So there's going to be a signed t-shirt kind of giveaway that they wore. I'm dead. Yeah, I just saw it. And it's all in different colors too. All the shirts are in like 12 different colors. So have fun with that. A used signed t-shirt. Yep, a used signed t-shirt. Yeah, a used signed t-shirt and like it's all different colors. 12 colors. Didn't they do that already with some of their merch? They probably did. Not a used t-shirt though. You know what that reminds me of? It reminds me of Icon. Now that I think about it. Icon had those basketball jerseys when they debuted, right? So the jerseys that they use in Rhythm Ta, they gave those away to 7 lucky iconics. So it might be kind of similar to that. It might be similar to that. Right? You remember that? Yeah, Icon had those basketball jerseys that they performed in for Rhythm Ta, and then 7 lucky iconics won those jerseys. Claire, don't say it that way. That's how you break the manifestation. If you say that, if you believe that, then you're not gonna win. You have to claim it. Say it. Watch me win. That's how you do it. Watch me actually win. That's how you manifest. Okay. Last one. Okay, last one for sure. So this, So do you remember one of the ads or the sponsorships that I've told you about? I told you that there's gonna be a food advertisement or a sponsorship. So one of these, more money to be spent on. One of these, Treasure is gonna have like a set menu. Treasure's gonna have a set menu that is named after them. Okay, so imagine this restaurant franchise, and they're gonna have like a special. It's gonna have a set menu. It's named after Treasure. It's packaged out of Treasure. It's even gonna come with like a souvenir, like merchandise. Excuse me, with it. And this is gonna happen really soon. Is it like BTS meal? No, it's bigger. It's better. Not being salty, but it's better because there's actual like merchandise for it and the packaging looks really cute and yeah. Is it worldwide? No, it's like in Korea only. It's only in Korea, but it's a big deal. Is it going to be expensive? I don't know. I don't know. Am I the marketer? So, yeah. Anyways, that is the last download I have. My crown chakra just stopped. So yeah, that is all I have for today's reading. Thank you guys so much. I am going to start pulling oracle cards for advice. Let's ask, what is the overall advice for this entire reading? Hold your vision. Fixed moon. New moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. Last, take time to breathe out. So remember what I told you guys about that notice? So just take time to breathe out. Okay, so just kind of take that into consideration the whole time, to take time to breathe out, meditate and contemplate, hold your vision. This is about what's about to happen in a few weeks that I pulled earlier. So only if we get that notice, just stay alert. Can we check Mashiho's aura? You want me to check Mashiho's aura? Sure. Yeah, I can do that. Why not? Let's check Mashio. Okay, we'll do for both since we'll check Mashio's aura right now. What is Mashio's aura right now? What is Mashio's aura right now? Ooh, that's a lot. Okay, hold on. His energy is all over the place. What is Mashio's aura right now? Oh. We love that. Ta-da! Limitless. He has currently a rainbow aura. So again, auras can change. So Mashio's aura is pretty balanced today. Okay. Mashio's aura is pretty balanced today. He's well-rounded right now. So that's good. That's good. I hardly ever get this card, by the way. This is a rare card to pull or to fly out. So let's see with Asahi's. What is Asahi's aura right now? Asahi is in his heart space. It's green, love, heart chakra. Compassion. It's all green right now. It's a lot of green. And then we have the orange, which is sacral chakra. This is creativity. So he's, like I said, he's been really productive. So he's kind of inspired right now. He has a green and orange aura. Look, more green. Okay. Connected. So a lot of green and a tinge of orange. Okay, this is Asahi. A lot of green and orange. Whereas Mashio is well-rounded today. Cool, guys. So I hope that answers your question. So I hope everyone will take this reading again with a grain of salt. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take care, guys, everyone. If you've been here since the very beginning of this reading, thank you guys for tuning in all this time. I appreciate it. Thank you again to the payer of this reading. Thank you for booking all those 4 Asahi dynamic readings. I really appreciate it. So thank you so much. Yeah, if any guys want me to read any other idol dynamic, it does not have to be YG Entertainment. Please go check my website down below. If you want to open a funding with anyone else, let me know on Twitter, DM me. It's at bluemoon_lounge. Okay, thank you guys so much. Take care, everybody. I'll see you guys. See, next reading. Next reading is August 9. I will be reading. So August 9, guys, I will be reading JQ, Jaehyuk, and Junkyu. So for those that are Jaehyuk and Junkyu stans, I will be seeing you on August 9. That is over a week from now. And I will see you back here on the channel. Within the week, I will be quiet a little bit because it is actually my birth week, so I will be taking some time off. You might see some reaction videos here and there, but I will also post my Patreon soon. So I'm launching my Patreon again this week, this coming week. And then it's also my birth week, so I might be a little quiet, so some reactions. But yeah, August 9. August 9. You'll see me again August 9. Thanks, everyone. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'll be taking some time to enjoy my birth week. Bye, everybody. Love you guys. Take care. Oh, actually, I lied. I just remembered what I was going to do. So tomorrow, I will be back tomorrow. Sorry about that. I will be back tomorrow, but I not for any reading for treasure or anything. I will be back tomorrow though to give you guys a reading. I will give you guys a reading. So I was tweeting about this earlier today. I have been feeling like an energy shift for you guys. Like a lot of you want a reading or want messages from the universe. So I will be back tomorrow around this time as well. And I will give you a monthly reading. So for August, for the month of August, I will give you guys your messages. So ahead of time, it will be tomorrow, but ahead of time, please check what your 3 placements are. If you are for example, if you're a Leo sun, Taurus moon, Aquarius rising, let me, figure it out. Go check your birth chart, check out your placements, and then I'll give you guys your readings for those placements tomorrow. All right, I'll be back tomorrow. Sorry about that. I forgot about that. Okay, gonna go now. Bye, everybody. Take care. Chai. See ya. I will. Take care. Thank you as well. I really appreciate it. Thank you.